See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scary route today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage. Not this is far more tragic than what's comprehended. This has got to stop. I don't understand everything as a man. I'm authorized by God to make this petition. Believe it, especially when you hate and aim to kill a man.
You can do a little bit better than that, man. Come on. Okay. We are definitely back. Welcome back to the hottest, the dopest show out there in the land, TOTB. Oh my God, man. They always think for whatever reason they're going to get rid of us, but we right back. Episode after episode, season after season. Rocking and rolling, man. So to all the supporters, the followers, and subscribers, thank you, man. Be sure to go follow us, TOTB_show on YouTube, TOTB the dopest on IG and on Facebook. And look, above all, we right here at NDTV Network, man. Always repping. Shout out to the network for rocking with us each and every season, episode, and show. Continue to rock with us by following, man. Go follow us, subscribe, share, comment. We appreciate everybody all over the years for helping us do some controversial moments.
Much love.
But thank you guys, man. We got such a dope show. It is summertime. Shy, wherever you're watching it, maybe you're in a different city, we welcome you guys. We have a lot to talk about now. We got a super dope guest. We have a lovely audience, man. We about to have a good time, all right?
Indeed.
Above all, we hope that y'all safe out here, man. Please be safe. Keep your loved ones near. All right, look, we're gonna get to our guest in a minute, but of course, you gotta introduce the thinkers. Right next to me, the guy who makes me look like Jesus Christ. Whoa. Mr. Moolah Man, what's up, man? Where can they find you, bro?
You can find me at moolahmonster.com. You can get all the freshest gear, you know what I'm saying, the latest and the greatest. And you can follow me on Moolah Monster Collection on Instagram. Check me out.
There it is. We're gonna get to our guest in a minute. But right next to her is gospel artist, Pastor Holy Grind, man. What's up, bro? Where can they find you?
Bless the great people. You can find me at Holy Grind on IG, as well as Facebook and YouTube and all streaming platforms. Holy Grind, get in tune, stay in tune. Much love.
Indeed. Right next to him is the philosopher of the show, B Scholar. What's up, bro? Where can they find you?
Salute. You can find me at black_scholar00 IG and TikTok.
What's up? There it is. Of course, RMF. Find me Reggie Ford on all platforms. Find me in the Nightcap on Tuesday nights. But above all, find me right here at NDTV Network with the bros and the thinkers on TOTB. And with that, we are
Thinking outside the box.
We have the honor of having such an astute, intelligent, elegant.
These words coming from, man.
I like them.
I like that.
Step it up a little bit, you know. I just had a birthday, man, so I'm trying to
Happy birthday, my brother.
You're working on his vocab.
Trying to open more vocab a little bit.
You're doing good. Keep going.
Okay. Entrepreneur, very, very nice young lady. We have Lilly in the building. Welcome to the show. What can they find you at?
You can find me on Lilly Cakes Bakery on IG and Lilly Catrice on Facebook.
There it is.
Okay.
Now, you watched the show before. So
definitely.
disclaimer.
Okay.
If you want to fight anybody, fight him. Swing on him.
Oh, never.
You're going to get all the heat that way,
Never.
okay?
Don't ever do that.
Okay.
We're so glad you guys are tuned in, man. Wherever you are watching that, thank you. You can be doing anything on your Saturday night, but you right here rocking with us, TOTB_show on YouTube. Find all our episodes and shows, right? So much is going on in the climate of our world, and we could be talking about anything, man. There's a lot of things that's going on, and we're going to talk about it. But this show is a little different, right? We're going to touch on some topics that's a little outside the box, right? We're going to definitely get into that bag. We're going to let Grind do his thing. We're going to do all that stuff, man. But I want to start off the show with an interesting turn, right? There is a poll that's going around that some people have taken, right? As far as relationships and the longevity of how that looks, right? You know, how people can sustain success.
Okay.
Right? there was a large amount of people that took that poll that said that they believe the secret to success financially, emotionally, physically is being in an open relationship. So we want to ask you guys that's out there that's tuning in, be sure you comment. We want to ask our lovely guests. We definitely got to ask Lilly and the thinkers. Do you think the secret to success in a relationship, could it be an open relationship?
You put asking me.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Well, I don't necessarily think the secret of success could be an open relationship.
Okay.
I do think that everything isn't for everybody. So monogamy may be for you, and you can obtain that secret to your personal success through monogamy if that's what you would like. But I am not opposed to open relationships. I see the benefit and the success rates in those as well.
Really? What's some benefits to an open relationship?
Honesty. Monogamy is what the norm would be, but it's very hard to maintain. So if it was the thing to do, to me personally, it would be easier to maintain. So I wouldn't say that everybody needs to subscribe to it, because it just doesn't work for everybody.
Okay. In your personal experience,
It doesn't work for me.
monogamy doesn't work for you.
No.
Okay. Okay. Moolah.
So how many open relationships have you had? I just want to know.
So I've had one.
Okay.
I've had one.
Okay.
And we actually just ended our relationship. It was not anything pertaining to other people or the poly life or anything like that. It was our own personal journeys.
Okay. And who asked for it?
The breakup?
No, the open relationship.
Well, this was someone who I had dated off and on for a number of years. So on and off, I had discovered who I really was all those years. I suppressed my sexuality. I hid for a long time that I was bisexual, that even when I was married to my children's father, I used to have ideas of exhibition where we could be intimate, and I'm imagining that there's a group of people watching, right? So the whole time I felt this is who I was. And so on one of those breaks from my ex, I had just dove into it. And so when he came back into my life, I said, this is who I am now. Are you willing to accept that?
And he was cool with it. Oh, okay. TOTB. Be sure you subscribe, whatever you're doing, comment and share. We're gonna get to the audience in a minute, because I'm definitely gonna pick on some people that think they ain't gonna say nothing. Scholar.
Okay, other people. Look, I'm still trying to soak this all in. So you gonna have to skip me right now.
Skip me right now.
I'm like right now. This is new. And the sister you choose me. I'm still trying to understand. Like people watching us and all this stuff, like you know. So I'm not being judgmental. Stop that. I'm just trying. I'm trying to be. I have to be educated.
Okay.
Right. So
I don't mind touching in on that if you like.
Go ahead.
As far as the people
Educate them
watching.
some.
Yeah.
I think it's just the individual. So where I found the interest in people watching, and I'm just gonna put my business out
Come
here.
on, man.
That's what it is. I feel like I have talent, and
Talent. That's a word to use.
and I like to. I'm multi-talented. I cook, I decorate, I'm an artist. I do a lot of things, and so I take pride in those things. And my sexuality and my sex acts may be one of those. And so, it would very much interest me in. Hey, watch what I could do.
Okay. Yeah.
So, question, and I let Scholar get some time to think about it.
Okay.
Are you more comfortable performing in front of people, or are you more comfortable performing one-on-one?
Both. It depends on. If I'm performing one-on-one, I'm definitely comfortable because I'm very selective on who I'm performing with.
Facts.
But in front of people, it depends on the vibe. It depends on who the people are. I've been to a number of lifestyle parties, poly parties, swinger parties, and just because it's a party doesn't mean I feel comfortable to get naked or even engage.
Right.
You know, so it depends.
Dare I go to Moolah? Do you have, let's say, an open mind when it comes to what Lilly was talking about as far as living a lifestyle, performing in front of other people, this type of
I
stuff?
performed in front of other people.
Okay.
I did that already.
I want to hear this right here. Like I really want to hear this part right here, right?
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
I played, no, not like that. I played ball in front of people. Not like that. I ain't did that type of pause. No, but you know, I think like she says, it ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what she like, you know, hey, agree with her. I ain't gonna mess with it though.
That's not your thing?
No,
Okay.
I ain't gonna do it.
You don't, is it because you don't like to share, or what is that?
Yeah, I'm part of that, you know, and I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm just cool, you know. I just want one. Like, you know.
So Moolah, let me ask you a question. So,
There you go, Scholar.
and I'm curious to know. So you believe in monogamy then?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. So
Now, listen,
I know it's a now coming, right?
this how I feel too, right?
Okay.
Because Scott want to bring it out again.
No, because she said
I think-
truth. She said
Is the open relationship, is that a way on saying I don't want to let go
Of?
the relationship?
No.
It's not? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I actually enjoy watching my partner please other people or being pleased by
okay.
other people.
That's an enjoyment for you. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't gonna touch that right now. Let me switch the post and go to my good brother Grind. Grind, I definitely know how you operate. Let's say somebody came to you in your, you know, personal time and told you that this is the lifestyle that they want to live. What would be your response?
If they told me they wanted to live like that,
Yeah, like an open relationship.
I would ask them like, why? What's your purpose for doing it? If they depending on, you know, first thing I would ask is, when you go to do that, why do you value yourself?
Okay.
Do you value yourself? Do you value your partner? Do you believe that, you know, you should be shared? Or do you love yourself or your partner enough to say that I will not share myself? Is there anything sacred that you hold sacred? Do you hold yourself sacred? I understand totally why people, this one thing, I will say this. I can understand a lot of things, but just because I understand it, I don't believe that it's right for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I can understand why a person would want to harm a person. I can understand why you would want to, you know, curse somebody out. I can understand why you may feel you want to have an open relationship. But my question is, my thing would be, do you really think it's right for you? Do you think that's putting yourself, do you really think you know your worth? Do you really know your worth? You know, and that would be the question I would ask them first. Do you know your worth?
You know? I feel that, you know, once again, TOTB the dope, because y'all know we right back here, man. Y'all thought we was going somewhere. I feel like when it comes to like longevity, stuff that lasts long, right? Lilly hit on it, you know, communication and honesty. A lot of these relationships that's built on monogamy have no honesty, you know, or less of it, right? So when it comes to being in an open relationship, that's like the main standard. Everybody understands what's going on.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because you said most of them is not with honesty. Well, I believe that all relationships, whether you're open or monogamous, it's going to be some dishonesty. I don't think they all honest. My question would be, what is a successful open relationship? What is considered a success? And are we talking about, because watch this, because I always tell y'all this, I'm a firm believer in courting, right? And what do I always say? It shouldn't be with what? One person. Right. It should be with multiple people. Of course, courting don't equate to having sex. I believe that you should date multiple people until you're married. And a lot of times I think that's the problem. I believe that that's where the problem come in, where you got a person to come in and say, well, I'd rather have an open relationship, is because you've given yourself to somebody and it didn't work out. You've given yourself to somebody else and it haven't worked out. But that's because you gave yourself away. You know what I mean? Whereas if you would have held on to that and made a person show that they value you, then maybe you could have found somebody that not only could please you, but that you're willing to be submissive to and that you're willing to be sacred with. You understand?
Scholar, what you got? I look at it a little bit differently. I'm not going against what you're saying, Brian, but I think everybody got different appetites, right? And so if you look at it in the sense of an appetite, homosexuality may be somebody's appetite, and it's really not for me to say how that person got there, what is that person's attraction. That's just what it is. Some person may need security in a relationship where it's monogamy, and that may be that person's appetite. But I think the polygamy thing comes about is because the sexuality, maybe that person's sexuality is so heightened and adventurous and stuff like that, that by creating this space is a safe space for them to explore. Now, it's not for me to say why they got this heightened sexual appetite. It's just for me to understand that it does exist, right? So I'm not here to try to dissect it and tear it apart. I'm just here to simply say it exists, and this is how they shelter it, right? It's interesting for me because I don't know nothing about all that stuff. When I hear, you got audiences and stuff like that, but I don't have that type of appetite. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just simply saying, when people say to each his own, I'm a firm subscriber in that,
Are you at one point in your life, would you ever consider yourself being open to performing in front of other people?
No, I ain't no actor, but I will say this though, right here. I ain't doing, but I'm gonna tell you right here, being real talk, sexuality, right? If you was to take away all the restrictions and stuff like that, what man wouldn't want to have to see, different women? I'm just talking about if you was to take away whatever, I'm not talking about you in your current situation, but men desire women. And men desire to see certain type of things, right? So if you were to take those restrictions away, that might be the space that you want to be in, right? Where you could walk through these halls and be yourself, right? If you're going to safeguard yourself, that may not be the place for you. But if you're one of those people like, man, Joe, I need that, and you got this strong desire, then down that hall, right? You talking about, I'm not into all that old public display, but I do know sexuality can take you in different places. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say for, each his own.
I'm gonna pick on my audience in a second. Right. But before I do that, I'm about to get on y'all. Lilly, would you ever consider being with a man who strictly wants to live a lifestyle of monogamy?
At this point in my life, I can't say that I will.
Okay.
I want to touch on two things these gentlemen said. You mentioned about men having variety. I think that's what got me open to exploring the poly life, because I started to educate myself on men and their behavior. And it's just my personal opinion that I don't think that it's in a man's nature to be with one woman sexually. Okay. I look at the animal kingdom, and humans are really the only one that have adopted this, and it's only been within the last, hundreds of years when it became a financial thing where the government could tax you more, or
Got
you know
you.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's really never been in the nature of a man to be with one woman. I don't think that takes away his love for me, his loyalty to me. So yeah, it made me feel.
I think you was reading the wrong book. I'm just saying, because I know a lot of guys who are faithful and been faithful for like 20, 30 years and don't even look for nothing extra.
No, I was married to my children's father for 13 years before he passed. And honestly, I never believed he cheated. I never believed he was with another woman. But that was that time. I've changed. People change over the years. You know what I mean?
But
so
you can't be an expert on men, on our nature, though.
Well, no, I never said I was an expert. Did you hear me say expert?
Well,
I just said that.
You read. You was trying to do something. You was trying to learn to do something.
I studied the men who I was surrounded with, the men who I have experienced, men in my family, my father, brothers, things of that nature. So yeah, I just didn't. I saw the struggle in maintaining monogamy. And I just felt like if it was that much of a struggle, then why bother when you don't have to do this? You can be honest with your partner. I have a friend who has issues with his sex life in his marriage where he cheats all the time. I said that it's not the cheating that makes you the bad guy. It's the lying to that woman. It's the I chose you out of all these women and told you that you're going to be the only one when you know within yourself, sir, that you can't give that to her. So first of all, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to your partner. Be real with who you are, and you'll be surprised at the outcome that you possibly could get. Now, on his point about valuing, I very much value myself. Because you're poly, and it is a stigmatism with being poly. People think when you say poly, you ready to fuck anything that's moving. And that's not the truth. You know what I mean? So I very much value myself. I value my body, my sexuality, and my partners.
Brian, what you got?
So, okay, well, and when I say value too, about valuing your partner, so do you think is no one worthy of having you to themselves? That's the question. Like, do I feel like, do you feel like there's nobody worthy of just having me to themselves?
I do think that. But I think that where we disconnect on is the having to themselves part. You have me. I am your partner. I am your woman. I am who you're coming to. I'm who you're being vulnerable with, and vice versa. I personally believe that sex is just an act. Okay. Some people cannot have sex without that connection, without that tie, those emotions getting involved. But if you can maintain that, then it's just an act.
So again, and that's your opinion. But a man that feels like sex is more than an act, you don't feel like no one is, and that's my question. You don't feel like there's no man out there that's worthy of having you to themselves and only them? I'm just asking the question. Possibly. But I will be honest with you. We could be a couple, and I could very much enjoy you, and you send me to the moon and back. But I don't want fried chicken every night. Now, I'm glad you said that. Watch this. I'm glad you said that, because this is what this boils down to. As people, first of all, a man's nature, it is in his nature, because the Creator created him for that purpose and for that to be his nature. So it is his nature, but it's a lot of things that we do outside of our nature, not just when it comes to sexual, even when it comes to eating, even when it comes to doing, because you got pedophiles to say that it's in their nature. You got people that homosexual. You got men born as boys, but say that it's in their nature to be a woman. We do a lot of things outside of our nature. And as well as when dealing with appetite, he was talking about appetite. Well, you can have appetite for a lot of things, but if you 690 pounds, you don't need to be sitting there eating no 4 pieces at no one time, even though that's your appetite. You know what I'm saying? It comes to a point where you got to be some self-discipline.
Yes.
And I think that's what it's boiled down to. Can I discipline? The same thing with that appetite, it goes to a sexual appetite. You got to have some self-discipline. I believe wholeheartedly. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not for it. I'm definitely not for it. I can understand why people could, because you actually made my point valid when you said I watched my brother, I watched my father struggle, and that goes back to my point where you see something happen in an unhealthy situation. You know what I mean? A lot of times we see, it's just like we see a lot of things, and like you might see, just like you seen now, I've seen a lot of people, and matter of fact, I don't know nobody in an open relationship who's married and together now. So I ain't never seen no healthy. I've never seen that.
Okay.
So that would be my thing.
Okay.
Like I never seen that.
Okay.
Then if you do, I would say how many are like that?
Okay.
How many are like that? Also, I've seen a lot of open relationships that ended up where people ended up dead because they was open and they allowed themselves to get in another relationship with other people who took it serious. Then that person might end up stalking that person on both female and male.
Now, how many monogamous relationships have you seen without the struggle?
Yeah, I've seen plenty. Listen, it's gonna be struggle in everything that we do. Watch this. It's struggle when we get up and go to work every day, but I still get up and do it. It's struggle in my marriage, but guess what? We fight through the struggle. Because we feel like my wife's you ain't going nowhere, and I'm like, you ain't going nowhere. If she choose to leave or we choose to depart, that's something different. But that's just like you could choose not to. I don't want to eat here today. You know what I mean?
You said choose.
Like
the desire is there, right?
the desire is there.
Okay. Now I could choose to hold my breath. That may be very uncomfortable for me. Like, why would I go ahead and try to hold my breath until I die?
Oh, and what you referencing that until?
As far as like the desire not being there, the ability to do something, you know what I mean? I can be faithful. I can be with one person.
That's what I asked you. That's what I was asking.
You can do it,
right.
but
that's not your desire. Right, and
right.
I understand. So that's your desire. But when we're not talking about, when we talk about monogamy, when I say monogamy, it's not just about the sexual part of it. Do you feel like somebody is worthy of having you to themselves?
Absolutely, I do.
And that's my point.
Absolutely.
And when I hear that give me hope for you, because I believe that give me hope for you. Listen, and when I say that is because I do believe, and this is my opinion, I do believe that you might have seen some bad cases. And you like
that made me
that made you, like you said, they're like, man, I didn't seek the struggle.
That's not what did it.
But you said that.
No, I was just giving examples of what I've seen. Of seeing other people struggle being monogamous. That was not my personal experience.
So you don't think that have an effect on you mentally?
I wouldn't say that it doesn't, but it didn't really have a factor in my decision.
Okay.
I think she just got to know how to make different type of chicken.
No, because sometimes I don't want chicken. I want beef. I want pork. I want lamb.
That's just being greedy.
Life is too short. Life is too short. Life is too short. Why you can't have two meats? Wait a minute. If you go to a buffet, you just going for the chicken only?
No, I'm not going for a buffet.
You not? No. You just want the one plate?
TOTB, the dopest. We are back here. So much to talk about. Before I continue on with the panel, I'm going to get to Scholar in a minute. Young lady in the back. Hey, you. What's your name? You, right there. Right, yeah. Hey, Regina, how you doing? Regina. Do you mind going up to the mic and giving us your opinion on what we're talking about as far as open relationships? Give Regina a hand up in here.
We do this lazy thing called.
She wanted to do the lazy
they want to see me. All right, so my stats, so I don't have to hear it, because I said earlier that I get a little frustrated when I have to talk about these kind of things. I'm gonna tell you why. Married 22 years. The person I'm married to is sitting here. We have been in an open marriage for 4 years.
All right.
What gets me is that things are always dumbed down to what the man wants, what the man needs. And how, woman, can you decide that you won't give yourself to one man? Or what is wrong with said man that would allow you to be in an open relationship? And I think that that's where my problem comes, with words like allow, with words like how can you, when it's not in a woman's nature. First of all, interesting enough, our open had nothing to do with sex. Being open, and I think that's where we struggled initially, was that, oh, you just want to go and deal with other. No, it's about having ownership over self for me, and being open to experiences. And it might be a pushback on societal norms because it's not normal for a woman who is either married, like once you're married, you're in this role and life for you is this unending goal you have to kick. Versus I'm so happy with being open now because honestly, I feel as good as I do as a mom of 3 as I did when I was 19. Because I get to explore, travel, I get to explore new experiences. I literally just had lunch with a friend, and you know what was so cool? He's married, and he called it non-monogamy, and we sat and laughed, but it was literally lunch. Okay, it actually is bringing out the, what's that term that you can't be platonic. It actually brings when you know another person is in that like you, and it's like, dude, I just get to talk to you, and you just get to talk to me, and we don't have these barriers of what people think it is. Because if you think I'm open, well then honestly, do you think I go to church? Dude, I have a rosary in my bag. Like, spirituality is still there. It's I'm open to experiences. Is he any less of a man? I think it takes the biggest of man to understand, hey, I am me. And what got us in the open, like I said in the first part, was this need, in my opinion, he has his opinion. Not he maybe has. He has his opinion. But what got us there was a need to find our way back to ourselves. I saw my parents married for 49 years. Monogamous. His parents were married for 54 years. Monogamous. But it wasn't without its trials. Yeah. And when one started to waste away in sickness or whatever, the other, they were tethered to each other in what I could almost say was a very unhealthy way. So this open status came from, I want you to love you first, so you take care of you. I want me to love me first, so I will take care of me. So our children can see that you don't have to come into a mindset of where you're so comfortable that it just becomes comfort to an unhealthy point.
Out of norm.
He doesn't have any children outside of our marriage. I don't have any children outside of our marriage. He has never cheated on me. I have never cheated on him. You understand what I'm saying? So we virtually have what would be considered the most stand-up, upright. We were married in a Catholic church. You understand what I'm saying? All children were born in wedlock. So we meet all of the criteria for we should just be cool. But it was something else that was like not sustainable. And divorce financially, divorce is not what's hot right now. It's not. And we agreed, dude, if you can't do it, hey, I understand. Even best friend was like, well, Virginia, you willing to sacrifice? Yes, if it means I can be true to myself. He had every option to walk. I have every option to walk. But we have decided that the partnership is better. So in marriage, and that partnership is cool as a fan, but there's now better communication. We communicated well, it's even better. I get tripped up when people are like willing to lie. Like I've met men who are upset. Oh, you flirting me, whatever. I'm like, I'm not flirting with you, dude. And as a matter of fact, I've talked to my partner about you. You talk to your partner about me. Yes, because that's what we do. Yeah. Like his people who he talked to, I've met them. I've spoken to them. He's spoken to, my partners. Communication. It's grown shit over here.
I got a question.
Go ahead, hey. Go ahead. Got you. What's up? Go ahead.
It could be for both of y'all too. How do you cope with someone who get very say you meet someone and someone get kind of like they like you a lot and they getting a little dangerous with they liking you, right? So how do you confront that, you know?
Let me talk to that.
Come
Because
on.
I actually have a partner in St. Louis. And we talk about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So she likes me a lot. She do. And she communicated that she want me for herself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, it can't be that way. Like, because I don't want to be tied down. Like, I no longer want to be subject to just one person anymore. When she first brought that to me, yeah, I was upset. As a man, I was upset. I was pissed. Like, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like I treated her like a queen. You know what I mean?
You do. He does.
And I'm like, so, like, why now? And as we grew in it and communicated about it, she expressed like how her true feelings was about being in an open relationship, and I accepted. But I turned around and I told her, like, would you accept me being with other women and them liking me and probably want me for themselves?
I hope that was the exchange.
Yeah, no, it was. It was definitely the exchange. It wasn't like
Right.
it wasn't like disrespectful in any kind of way.
Okay.
It was mostly like I had to learn as a man to like accept it and understand where she was coming from, and learning how to deal with it and love myself enough to know, like, look, I did my best treating her. I treated her like the best way. So I know it's not me, but I know it's not her. I just know that she wanted to experience other things that she haven't experienced in her lifetime.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I'm detecting something real quick. I just want to ask. So the openness wasn't just based on sexuality.
No, not at all.
Right. So in a sense, you basically saying you was in a relationship and you had some other needs that may have been I don't know, communication, emotional, because what I'm worried about, I'm not just, see, the benefit is the sex of it, right? If you could call it, just hit me out for a minute. Like, if I was, but I would be, the danger of the attachment would be for me, right? Mm-hmm. Having another person be attached to me that I know that I really can't keep and I'm really not going to have. So that would be, for me, the riskiness of it. But the benefit of it would be being able to enjoy a new person and all the newness of it, but it also come with, what if another man loved your wife, and can you live with the fact that he really like her, and how does that make you feel emotionally?
So she actually has that. Like
Okay.
The partner that she has,
Right.
The dude he's a good dude. He
Okay.
really is. And I met him when I talked to him. And I think that's the key to the whole thing is a whole open communication.
Okay.
That everybody know each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's actually very honest with each other.
Because
if you don't do that,
Yeah.
and if you keep it close to that other person, that person's gonna think, oh, I'm the only one. You're gonna be with me soon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But with my partner, I told her, look, Regina's in my life.
Right.
And she's gonna continue to be in my life.
Right.
Like, I'm not going nowhere. Mm-hmm. And she understood that. She chose to still stay with me. Which I'm like, okay.
Right.
I'm like, cool. Then we can do what we're gonna do and be cool with it.
Yeah.
And I think what I should say is, and we had this conversation about my thoughts about marriage from the beginning. Because as little girls, what are we raised? Be honest. You got your Barbie house, you got your Barbie castle, Barbie got to get married, Barbie's gonna have kids, and all of these things. And literally, like a couple of weeks before our marriage, and we were super young. We were young, like 22, 23. And I said, wait, we should wait. So when we first got into this conversation, he said, Regina, all of this makes sense. It makes sense. You've been this way from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is always handsome. Women are always beautiful. I don't say I'm bisexual. I'm just open to experiences.
Okay.
Shut up. Shut up. But so what I'm saying is, I was like, whoa, should we wait? He said, well, we in love, right? I'm like, yeah. Well, in love, people get married, right? Yeah. And then from there, it's life and growing and kids. Now, here's the deal. When my children were younger, if wife and mother was the role, wife and mother was the role.
Okay.
Because when my children are here, it's about the kids. And these boys are going to grow up. It didn't happen till the youngest one got to about 15. It was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, holy grind.
But you got grind.
I got a couple questions.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, what is cheating?
What is cheating? I think I would say cheating would be...
Cheating is when you straight up lying on, let the other person know what's going on. That's what cheating is.
I think he's going on the vows tip, but I also think
No.
I'm
not even dabbing into that right now. I'm dabbing into you had said we don't cheat on each other. So I was wondering what is considered cheating.
Well, like I think cheating could be emotional. I think cheating could be physical. I think cheating is lying to the other person. That's what I think.
Now I'm not asking you what you think. I'm asking you what is cheating. You said we.
Well, here's
don't
the thing.
cheat.
I really don't know, brother. I just said we.
Oh, okay. So you all right? I'm asking. So,
I've never cheated, so I don't know.
so you don't know if you cheated or not.
I can tell you I didn't cheat
She
before.
didn't cheat.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, wait a minute. So I just asked a question. Wait, hear me out. I just asked a question.
TOTB.
I asked the question. I said, what is cheating? And you said, well, basically, I'm telling you, I really don't know what is cheating.
Well,
I said, so if you don't know what's cheating, how do you know you haven't cheated?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Because just like you asked me a question, I can ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If we say we agree, brother man, and we shake, the rule is there, and we are understood moving forward. Now, if at some point he say, I don't like what you did, guess what? Well, now you just went back on an agreement. Now we have to stop, reset parameters. Now, in our relationship, we don't have parameters. I don't say what he can do. He don't say what I can't do. I don't say what he can't do. He don't say what I can do. Because we have, give it to me, agreed, and then we move forward. So when you say what is cheating, I have to say, brother, I don't know. Because not a move was ever made before we agreed as partners and units, even to start calling each other something different as our agreement. And we also said, now you know, the world is going to look at us funny. We had even made a post.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but I'm saying we even made a post on social media that went so wrong and bad. We said, well, that didn't work. So what we'll do is no more conversation with anybody that isn't my man's. All right.
And I'm glad you said it, because you said you have an agreement, and you got to make it. You saying if things change, then we have to reevaluate things, and talk. So right now, can you stand and tell me what were the vows that you made before God when y'all was at that altar, when y'all got married?
Well, so I'm gonna ask you this.
Wait.
No, because I get to ask you.
But are you gonna answer my question?
No, I'm not gonna answer your question. You wanna know why? Because it's not about what you're going to say. Like those vows, guess who made those? Him and I.
That's what I'm asking.
We made them in front of that person. So our agreement, what did it say? That the bed of marriage is undefiled. So if you walk a pig in your bed,
and oink oink, I'm talking about actual animal. That's you, bro, and that's your situation, and nobody gets to judge it, say anything. Boom. You understand?
I'm not judging anything. You got up and you shared, and I'm asking you. You said we never cheated, right?
Right.
And I asked you what was cheating.
I said I don't know.
And you said you don't know. I said so you don't know if you cheated or if you didn't cheat. But then you went into the discussion about how if we made an agreement that this is what it's going to be, then this should be what it is. Otherwise, you went back on that agreement. That's what you said, right?
Right.
Okay. So my question is, y'all married?
Correct.
So if you're married, what is the agreement that you made when you got married?
Well, how about this? The agreement that we made was to be in this. And guess what? When there was a new vow, we agreed and had a new agreement. So that's what I'm trying to get.
I understand that. So watch this. So I'm gonna go to what he had said, and you had said something. You said, brother, you told me. You said when she first brought it to you, so you the one that brought it to him.
Very true, yes.
Okay, so when you say when she first brought it to you, you was upset.
Yes, I was.
Do you feel you was wrong for being upset afterwards, or do you feel like you just was swayed?
I had to sit back and understand where she's coming from. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a different brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm different. I look at both sides of the tale. I don't go off my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of check with myself before I talk. You know what I mean? So when she brought it to me, emotion kicked in. Like real raw emotions. Like, I'm like, no, you can't be doing this. I'm like, no.
It's human.
It's human. It's a human reaction. After a week or so, we kept talking about it. And she really explained like how she explained it to y'all in a way that I understood where she was coming from. Now, back before I got married, I was doing my thing. You know, college football, fraternity in the South, kid from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I was having the ball. I was having the ball, but she didn't have that experience. You know, basically when she
let me get back up.
basically when we got married, it was basically she had, you know, a couple of experiences here and there, but it wasn't to the point where it's all about like true experiences. Go ahead.
So what you're saying is, so you saying once you got married, that stagnated her from experiencing other things in life that she wanted to experience.
I would say that.
Okay, so then why be married? If marriage is stagnating you from experiencing the other things that you want to be experienced, then okay, how about let's just not be married? Because marriage is a covenant that you made and it's vows that you make to God, not to the other person. Those vows are made to God to be with that person.
Of course, but that's in the traditional standpoint. There's nothing traditional.
Gotcha. Wait. I know it's nothing traditional about where you handling things now, but she has stated that y'all did it traditionally.
We did.
So if you did it traditionally, then why not honor what you did traditionally, and why alter it? Because when you already made an agreement. And if you're not going to abide by that agreement, then why even pertain to that tradition? Why not just let go of it in its entirety?
Hold on, because I think I finally get where he's getting. Well, hold on.
No.
Let me, because for better or for worse, right? For richer or for poorer, right? I didn't choose to obey. I did not say that. I did not say I would obey anything. It didn't happen. But when we think about, is that the problem? But there we go back to the first thing I stated. And it's what a woman's mind, and once you get into a certain agreement, you can never change your mind. But who has more than one baby mama?
No, you can change your mind. Wait. You said you can change your mind. Listen, you can change your mind. Let me finish. You can change your mind, and you can do what you want to do. My question, you're still veering away from my question. if you're not gonna do it, what you stepped into it the traditional way to say your vows before God. You made an oath to God. So if you're not gonna abide by that oath that you made to God, then why not just do away with that oath instead of stay in that same and say, I'm still doing it your way, but I'm just gonna do it my way.
What religion are you, sir?
What religion? Holiness.
Catholics don't believe in divorce.
Hold on.
No.
Okay.
Hear me out. Catholics don't believe in divorce.
I know a lot of things they don't believe in.
And we can talk about that later. But in some ways, if I were to divorce him, I would still be his wife.
Yeah.
So
and I would still be the same person. So what you're saying is, because I've already stated a couple of parameters: the age, the experience, super young. So what you're saying then is, because we weren't going to keep a vow, and here's the thing, I just said the vow got kept. And the vow, actually, you keep the vow to God and to the person. It's the truth. Because how about this? If that's the case, you're actually saying, well, then you should have got divorced. You should have drugged the kids through divorce. You can make, then we got statistic. And then we got 3 sons, black sons, who don't know how to work through certain communication problems, through certain family problems. But you know what my 3 black sons can say? My mom is a very free-spirited, free-thinking person. We see our parents communicate all the time. And I know that when I get to a certain part in a relationship, that I have options.
Let me hop in real quick.
You're right.
I just want to, first of all, let's give a hand clap to the couple, man. If you're just tuning in, this is thinking outside the box. What else you gonna get this unscripted conversation amongst grown adults talking about things that's going on in our community, right? If you ain't subscribed now, you better go subscribe. All right?
Because we wide open.
Wide open. Once again, it's TOTB_show on YouTube. TOTB the dopest on IG and Facebook. I hate we gotta switch gears, but I'll say this before we do. I love the dialogue, between our panel, our guests, and our audience, because it's authentic, right? And the beauty about our world is that everybody is different. There's no wrong, there's no right. Everybody has different opinions, right? And this is why thinking outside the box is so successful, because I don't think like him, he don't think like him, he don't think like her, but we all mesh. You feel me? Just like Thanksgiving food, greens and everything is on one plate, but when you mesh, it tastes good, Whether people like us or not, we're gonna give people different, flavors of what's going on in the world. And I just wanna say thank you guys. And we're definitely gonna continue that conversation off air. But we're gonna get back to the traditional part of it and grind. It's about that time.
Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug.
Man, shout out to NDTV, man, and all that. Man, listen, get in tune, stay in tune. We appreciate NDTV. They've been rocking with us. We rocking with them.
Indeed.
Make sure y'all continue to chime in. For those who have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as you can subscribe to on Facebook to NDTV. Get a monthly subscription as well to all of the great other shows, as well as the great podcasts, as well as shows. Amen. Also, Moolah Monster Collections. Get in tune, stay in tune. The latest and the greatest on urban wealth. Man, y'all check them out again. Where can they find you at, Moolah Monster?
MoolahMonster.com. Check us out and check us out. All the back scenes of all the TOTB, foolery, buffoonery, and you know what else? Shout out to our first annual Survival Pack Foundation community mash out. It was a success, man. We're gonna have some more. Thanks to Giselle for performing.
Shout out to Giselle in the building.
Shout out to the Sunray Studio.
Sunrays in the building. All right.
Big things though.
Most definitely. And also, man, we got a great, lovely guest here on today. They can find you well.
Lilly Cakes Bakery on IG.
And what can we look forward to on Lilly Cakes Bakery?
So Lilly Cakes get into everything. I do custom cakes. I do catering. I do tablescapes.
What type of cakes?
All of them.
Just want to know.
I got all the cakes.
So Lilly Cakes Bakery, y'all make sure y'all check out on IG going in. And then what area do you serve?
I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago.
Okay. So we even out west, if we know how to come out there and get out south and get.
And we deliver.
Most definitely. And ultimately, we want to say shout out to the plug. That's God, first and foremost. I want to say this. The Bible tells us to try every spirit. Test the spirit by the spirit. For there are many false prophets that have gone out into this world. One thing I want to say is when you making a vow to God, I want to tell you, don't be worried about what I'm going to say about you. Because I'm going to have my own opinion, and it's okay. Don't worry about what she going to say or what he going to say about you. Because they're going to have their own opinion about life and about the way things go. But when you make a vow to God, he got a certain way that he decides that he wants things to be. And he revealed it to us through his word and through the prophets, because all that was written before time, that was for our learning. Always keep that in mind. Anytime that you choose to do something, whether you change to alter your life, but say that you abide by his ways, or whether you choose to alter God's word. We had a president that actually did that when he allowed for man to marry man and woman to marry woman, when he allowed that to go forth. Some people agree with it, some people don't. I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I believe God's way is God's way, and it's the right way to do things. However, I can understand why people go astray, just like I understand why I slip and fall. I understand why I messed up. But that don't mean that just because I understand it, that it's right. We got to be very careful when we come to playing with God and playing with his ways. What I pray for each and every last one of us is that those of us who do claim to love God and claim Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and that God did give his son to die for our sins, that we will follow his ways. I was asked during this show, what is my religion? My religion is holiness. God said before the foundation of the earth, I have called you to be holy, for I am holy. So that is my goal. That is what I'm to practice. Religion is what you practice. I don't practice being a Christian because Christians are not perfect. I practice being a holiness because that's what I want to try to be, because I am not holy. So my prayer for everybody is to practice being holy if you choose to follow after God.
Come on, man.
Amen.
All right. I appreciate that.
A little church for y'all.
A little holy segment.
Time with
Shout out to the
Grind.
holy segment. Shout out to the holy
Pass
segment.
that tray around.
Yeah, appreciate the time with Grind. It's very vital that we utilize this platform. Like, we not new to this. We're doing this for years, right? So we know the outpour of the reactions we get from people. There's a lot of people out there that shared our clips and tried to defame our name. We're used to that, man. You got to come with something better than that, all right? We're not something that's going to wither away. You know, we've been doing this for a long time. We have a good purpose. So everybody's opinions on this panel, everybody's opinions on this audience, or even out there, we value them. That's the main thing. We value everybody's opinions, right? So continue with that, continue to share and everything. And I'll say one more thing before we get ready to get up out of here. So when it comes to the majority versus the minority, we talked about a lot of things as far as monogamy and longevity and, you know, situations with relationships and marriages, open relationships and things like that, commitment, what is cheating, and et cetera, right? I've been married before. There's other people that say that's either married now or I've been married before.
Damn.
I know, right? So, you funny. So sometimes life is the best teacher that we can experience, right? The things that you go through in life, the experiences you go through in life, right? When I got married, I didn't plan to get divorced after 3 years. So that experience taught me how to be in my next marriage, if that's what God has for me, right? The situation with the couple out there. When they got married, you know, they had a certain standard, but situations in life took them different situations, right? With grind, with everything that people go through individually, situations in life either took them a certain way or it didn't, right? I firmly believe wherever you are in your life, whether you're single, relationship, open relationship, marriage, friends with benefits, whatever you're doing right there, whatever it is, you are in a stage where you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next month or the next year, right? The main thing is always take everything that you're doing as a learning experience for what's coming moving forward.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it. All right, so with that, this was one of them shows. All right, I want to give a special thanks to Lilly.
Shout out to Lily's Cakes.
You can find her and her cakes.
And her cakes.
One more time, where can they find us?
Lilly Cakes Bakery on Instagram.
Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, my pleasure.
We had a great time.
My pleasure.
This guy here, Moolah Monster, man, where can they find you, man?
MoolahMonster.com. Check us out.
There it is. Holy Grind. Where they at, brother?
TOTB_show and Holy Ground on all streaming platforms. Get into them.
Philosopher.
Black_scholar 00 IG TikTok.
Check it out. Reggie moving forward. Most people just call me RMF, you know. On all platforms. Nightcap on Tuesday nights. My Radio Chicago. You know, shout out to, once again, Sunray Studios in here. They performed at the Bar Pelican. Did they thing, man. Super proud of them. I love what they doing, man. So y'all be sure.
And we going on 50 episodes.
50 episodes coming up soon.
We're on number 48.
Yeah. So hey, they try to stop us, but they ain't gonna do it. So with that being said, we're gonna see y'all next time. But if y'all ain't subscribed already, you probably should do it now. All right. With that, we are
Thinking outside the box.
See y'all next time, man.
See things that come to head, time out for scare. You scared, reroute today and follow us down Courage Lane. They cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage. Not this is tragic.